2022 grade 11s, I hope you are doing well in your preparations. And to assist you, there is a request of some of the learners. You want to know how we simplify surds and exponents. So I have compiled a few questions that I want us to go through. Question number 1, you are required to show that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So basically, when you are asked to show, you have to take a side. So we say left-hand side is equal to, all right? Then look at the question, examine the question on how you should simplify this. I'm sure you can see the relationship that 6 has to 64, the relationship that 4 has to 81, and the 2 has to 4. All right, and the 10 is in each of these. So maybe the first thing is to split, to write these numbers as products of 10. So we have the 12th root of 10 times the 6th root of 64 times 10 times the 4th root of 81 times 10 times the square root of 4 times 10. Now, the 12th root of 10, we still keep it as it is. And then 60 root of 64, we can write 64 as a number which is raised to the power 6, that is 60 root. 64 we can write it as 2 to the power 6 times 10. And then 81 we can write it as 3 to the power 4 times 10, and then 4 we can write it as 2 to the power 2 times 10. Alright, now simplifying this part, we know that the 60 root of 2 to the power 6 is meaning to say 2 to the power 6 raised to the power 1 over 6. So 6 times 1 over 6 gives us 1. In another way, this is simply equal to 2. So we will have 2 60 root of 10 times 3 4th root of 10 times 2 root of 10. Then we can multiply the numbers, which will give us 12. And then, now maybe to see this clear, let's move from the surd form to exponential form. So this will be 10 to the power 1 over 12 times 10 to the power 1 over 6 times 10 to the power 1 over 4 times 10 to the power 1 over 2. Now, we understand that multiplying powers which are the same base, what do? We maintain the base and then we add the exponents. 1 over 12 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 4 plus half. For explanatory purposes, let's put it down because the examiner said we should not use a calculator. Now the addition of this will give us 1. That means we are simply having 10 times 12 times 10, which is 120, which is equal to right hand side. So that is how we work out this question. It's all about working with exponents, the relationship, establishing the relationships so that you are able to simplify. All right, let's go on to the second question. The second question, we are asked to simplify without the use of a calculator. Square root of 18 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 over root 2. Now, with surds, if we see square root of 18, it's clear that we must reduce this number, and as 18 we know that 18 can be written as a product of a perfect square and a prime number. So this will be square root of 9 times 2 plus 2 root 2, and then 1 over root 2. For us to simplify or to make it look the same as these are the two statements, these are the two terms, we have to rationalize the denominator there. So rationalizing 1 over root 2, we multiply by root 2 over root 2, which will give us root 2 times root 2, that is 2. So it's plus root 2 over 2. Now, root of 9 times 2, that will be square root of 9 is 3. So it will be 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2 plus root 2 over 2. And then these are like terms in said form. So the addition is the same as the addition you do in algebra. If you let root 2 be x, you are saying 3x plus 2x plus x over 2. What do? 3x plus 2x is very simple, that is 5x plus half x. Common denominator is 2. 1 into 2, that's 2 times 5x, that's 10x. 2 into 2, 1 times x, that is plus x. That will give us 11 over 2x. So it's the same concept here. 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, that's 5 root 2. 5 root 2 plus root 2 over 2, that is, you are adding half to 5, which is 5 and a half, which is 11 over 2. So this will be 11 over 2 root 2. That is our answer. And they said leave your answer with a rational denominator, and that is the rational denominator. You can write this also as 11 root 2 over 2. It's still okay. Alright, let's move on to number 3. Number 3, you are asked to simplify. You're asked to simplify without a calculator. We have two questions here. 3a is 81 x to the power negative 4 raised to the power 3 over 4. So with this one, it's quite obvious that we have to write 81 in a certain way that has a relationship to the exponents we have. So 81, we can write it as 3 to the power 4. X to the power negative 4 raised to the power 3 over 4. And then we apply the law of exponents. Remember the law of exponent. AB raised to the power n is equal to a to the power n by b to the power n. So we are multiplying the exponent of 3 by 3 over 4. So we are saying this is 3 to the power 4 times 3 over 4 times x to the power negative 4 times 3 over 4. 4 times 3 over 4, that will give us 3, so it's 3 to the power 3 times x to the power negative 3. And then this will be 3 to the power 3 plus 27 times x to the power negative 3 can be written as 1 over x to the power 3. So this will be 27 over x to the power 3 is our answer. Then B, 3b, you are asked to simplify 4 into 3 minus root 5 by 3 plus root 5. Now, when you look at this, and if you are still familiar with terms like this in algebra, if you are given 3 minus x by 3 plus x, you will quickly notice that this is a difference of 2 squares. So even here, we will not want to waste the time doing the full multiplication because we see the difference of 2 squares there. So we are just saying 4 by 3 by 3, that is 9. That's the first perfect square, minus the other perfect square, we multiply the last terms. That is root 5 times root 5, which will give us 5. So this will be 4 by 9 minus 5 is 4. That will give us 16. Just as simple as that and as quick as that. Question number 4. You are asked to simplify 3 to the power x plus 1 minus 3 to the power x minus 1 divided by 2 by 3 to the power x. Now, to simplify this, the way these questions are designed are to eliminate the power, which is an exponent x. So what we do is to split this power. That means 3 to the power x plus 1. Remember, addition, it means it was multiplication of powers which are in base 3. So this is 3 to the power x times 3 to the power 1 minus 3 to the power x times 3 to the power negative 1. We are dividing this by 2 by 3 to the power x. So we can see that on the numerator, 3 to the power x is common, so we can factor out 3 to the power x. Then we remain with 3 to the power 1, which is just 3, minus, here we remain with 3 to the power negative 1, which is 1 over 3, divided by 2 times 3 to the power x. So now it's 3 to the power x times the bracket divided by 2 times 3 to the power x. That means we can divide by 3 to the power x. So we'll remain with 3 minus 1 over 3. So that will give us 8 over 3. And we are dividing this by 2. So that would be dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 1 over 2. So this will now enable us to simplify by dividing by 2. By 2, that's 4, that will give us 4 over 3 as our answer. Then the last question, you are asked to find the sum of the digits of 2 to the power 2015 times 5 to the power 2019. So what we do with this one, if you put this on the calculator will give you an error. That means you will get stuck if you don't have a way forward. So what we do is to write this, because it has a bigger power than this one. So we are going to split this. That is 2 to the power 2015 times 5 to the power 2015. Remember, we are saying it's plus 4 to give us 2019. So this would mean that it's 2 to the power 2015 times 5 to the power 2015 times 5 to the power 4. And then, now, these have the same power, have the same exponent. So we can write this as 2 times 5 raised to the power 2015. And then times 5 to the power 4. 5 to the power 4, that's 5 times 5. 25 times 5, 125 times 5, 625. That is 625. Now this will be 10 to the power 2015 times 625. Now we understand that if we say 10 to the power 2 is 100, 10 to the power 5 is 100,000, which is 100,000, the 5 zeros. So basically we are saying that what we have as the exponent to which 10 is raised to is simply telling us the number of zeros. So if we multiply this by 2, it's the digit that will change, that will be 200 instead. Even here, if you multiply by 3, is this digit that will change. So it means that these are the number of zeros that we are going to have. So the question is asking for the sum. That would mean the first 3 digits will have its 625, and after 625 will be zeros. How many of them? 2015. So this, therefore, sum of digits, the digits that we'll be having, it will be 6, 2, 5, and zeros. So it's 6 plus 2 plus 5 plus 0, it will not bring any change. So 6 plus 2 plus 8, 8 plus 5, that's 13. So that is the sum of digits. So I hope with these few questions, you are better off than before if you had problems in simplifying sets. We will continue to bring up issues as long as you notify, then we'll compile something to assist you. Thank you.